Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Market Pulse. My name is Ajit Mahuli, the founder and mentor at LearnPriceActionTrading.com. Let's take a look at what Nifty is doing and likely to do this week. Starting from the monthly chart, last month Nifty made a all-time high of about 18,604.45, and from there there was a strong sell-off that happened, making this monthly candle close with rejections, price rejections at the top. This month has started with a movement again to the upside. It will be interesting to see how Nifty looks on the smaller time frames. But as of now, the monthly demand zone for Nifty is around 16,000 rupees. That's the area where good long swing positions or investment positions can be taken. But for that, Nifty has to really break 17,050 and close below it, at least on a weekly basis, which will drive this further down all the way to this. Till the point in time, it will probably remain range bound. So bullish on the monthly, but we are seeing rejection, so we need to have a cautious approach towards Nifty. Taking a look at the weekly, these are the last 2 weeks of sell-off that happened in Nifty after giving a new high. The weekly demand zone stands here at around 17,445 to 17,240, which now becomes a very crucial demand zone for Nifty, because if we start going below this, close below this, probably we'll have a bounce from this to a new supply zone that gets created, and we will continue going down towards at least 16,700 to 16,500. It may move up from this EMA or any smaller time frame daily demand zone. Now, this demand zone has been tested multiple times, a very strong sell-off. This week's price action looks bullish. Maybe Nifty may continue moving up at least till 18,100, and then it will probably have some resistance over there. As of now, on the weekly, the next best demand zone on the weekly is around 16,700, where we can have good swing positions on a weekly basis, provided we do have a reward to risk. But definitely, if you see overall, this is the first time that we are having such a strong sell-off in Nifty. So this week holds crucial. If Nifty is able to close beyond 18,350, then we'll turn bullish again, and probably markets may then give a new high. Coming back to the daily chart, on the daily we have a lot of supply that has got created. So this is the daily supply, which is going to be very crucial for Nifty. If this supply holds, we will probably move down all the way first to 17,450. That's the area. And if the sell-off continues and we break this, then probably 16,700. But as of now, this remains a very crucial area. That's the range that Nifty is trading as of now. That's the daily chart. This is the range that Nifty is trading from about 17,600 to 18,000, let's say 200. That's the range on the daily. But this is a very crucial area where you should avoid taking aggressive longs. Let prices close beyond this, then new targets will be open on Nifty and a lot other stocks. Till then, it will be range bound on Nifty between 18,200 to 17,500. So if you take a look at a smaller time frame chart, that is a 75-minute chart, this is another area of supply where probably tomorrow Nifty might have some pullback. If we go deeper inside this and give a pullback, this becomes a good area to go long from intraday perspective. So that's the intraday range for tomorrow, if anybody is interested. But remember, that's a very crucial supply that Nifty has created here on the daily and 75-minute chart. So there is a likelihood that Nifty will turn anywhere from these areas, these supply zones above 18,150 to 18,450. And if that holds, we might probably see newer lows coming on the Nifty, approximately, let's say, 17,500 to 17,300. That is the range where it will again probably come back. So no longs. If this holds, then no longs till we reach these areas of demand zone. So on a precise note, that's the area on the Nifty chart, which probably might again give a good bounce. But as of now, short-term income, that is intraday, look at bullish till this area, and you can do some intraday shorting as well here if we have a 2:1 reward to risk on a smaller time frame. Be cautious once we reach these areas on Nifty, because prices could turn anywhere from here. Once we close beyond this, it is again going to be extremely bullish for Nifty. That's what we have for Nifty. Be cautious. Remember, India VIX is also on the move. It is range bound right now on the daily chart. If you see India VIX, which is inversely correlated with the index, this is range bound. And if we hold these lows on India VIX, that is, we constantly keep trading between 17 and 18, there is a good chance that we might move up all the way to 21, which will push Nifty down probably towards 17,400 to 17,300. That's what we have for Nifty. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Market Pulse. My name is Ajit Mahuli, the founder and mentor at LearnPriceActionTrading.com. Let's take a look at what Bank Nifty has been doing and is likely to do this week. Let me just remove everything. Let's start with the monthly chart. Again, after giving a new high all the way to 41,829.60, Bank Nifty had rejections. It started selling off. This week we have again opened gap up and are moving up. So it's going to be it's going to be interesting how it pans out this week, because it's going to be crucial as we have some supplies on smaller time frames. That's the immediate demand zone that we have on Bank Nifty on the monthly chart. Though this is demand zone, it is pretty high on the curve, so we have to be very cautious about demand zones so high on the curve. So maybe smaller time frames demand zone lower here will be good ideas. The best area for us to be buyers is around 33,000, but that's pretty far right now to think about it. And intermediate also, we have this area of demand zone. So multiple demand zones for Bank Nifty. If it starts coming down, we may have good prices coming in for Bank Nifty and some of its constituents. So right now it's bullish on the monthly chart. Coming back to the weekly chart, that's what happened to Bank Nifty. After that nice move up, it gave a new high and gave up all the gains last week, closing lower than previous week. This is a congestion area where we have two demand zones. This is the original demand zone on the weekly chart. That's a weekly demand zone where we have a very beautiful area of demand. So if we come here all the way, that's the best area for us to be buyers as of now on Bank Nifty. Of course, you can now this week play some intraday short-term income trading towards the supply zone, which has been found on the daily chart. Cautious trading, it could remain range bound before it takes direction. So don't leverage high on some of the Bank Nifty stocks. Be cautious, be stock specific. On the daily chart, that's what has happened. After that strong fall, we started moving up from this area, though we do have some more room to go up all the way up to at least this point on the daily chart. So that's around 40,500. But again, smaller time frame supply, and Nifty also has supply zones on smaller time frame, which might even give it a strong resistance there. This is again still the next best area for us to be buyers, and on the daily chart, that remains the range for Bank Nifty as of now. This is the range on the daily chart for this week, and that's the lower end of the range on the weekly chart. A very strong sell-off, but it staged a nice pullback this week, starting this week. So here is where we are having some supply zone coming in on the 75-minute chart, and that's a new demand zone that it has formed on the 75-minute chart. So this is a range that it could remain tomorrow, maybe deeper inside this or touch this and start coming. So once we break this, we are heading down, and we need to go beyond this point for new highs on Bank Nifty. So that's the next supply. So Bank Nifty again could turn anywhere from here, and if this demand breaks, we are probably going down again further, at least towards 37,000. 400. So cautious approach. Though we are moving up, you can do intraday longs, but as we come here, be cautious about your longs, and maybe here you can look at giving some try at shorts for higher targets if Nifty and Bank Nifty reverse from this area. All right. So that's all we have for Bank Nifty. Please go through this disclaimer.